welcome back, and we're going to be talking about transfers. Make sure you click the like button, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to our channel because it's about to get hot. How many days since the start of the season?
It's less than 20.
I can't wait. And guys,
it's like 3 weeks away. Because
3 weeks away.
This week is going to be this coming Saturday is going to be second.
Yeah.
So second
and 17.
It's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. 2 weeks away to the start of a new season. Barcelona fans are excited, Arsenal fans are excited, Chelsea fans are excited, Liverpool fans are excited.
I feel
everybody is pumped. Everybody wants to see their team.
They are going to have an all-time season.
Like everybody is moving, the craziness. Even Sunderland, Burnley, everybody wants to stay in the Premier League. The La Liga guys are also moving. Although they're not spending as much as Premier League, of course. Liverpool, they're now going for Alexander Isak. Let's start with that one. They are now going for Alexander Isak. Do you think that's a priority for them? Do you think they're making the right choice actually?
I feel they are making the wrong choice because Isak is, for sure, is a proven goal scorer. Everywhere he has won, he has 30 minutes. I feel Western is setting who will take it, and I feel they are better position that should be strengthened. That should be strengthened, especially the defense, the midfield too. So I feel you can also send a message to who that they probably not trust you enough. That's why they're still bringing another striker. To still
but the good thing is Isak can actually play left wing.
But the funny thing is that Perez can also play left wing too. So
I think Perez is actually brought in as a major a midfielder, a creator to create for Salah.
But the funny thing is that he usually drifts towards that side to create chance. He comes in from there most of the time. So I genuinely don't understand the dynamics of the team though. I genuinely do not understand.
It's funny how I'm actually not scared. I'm not as scared as maybe because of the signing of the way Arsenal actually moving this summer as well. I'm not normally if they are actually signing Isak early in the window, I will not sign anybody. I will be super nervous and scared that we're going for a top 4 race this season. and that will just bring us now to Victor Gyökeres, guys. Announced, seed, signed, unveiled, everything. Even saw him number 14 as well. Iconic, right? This guy is just he's not he's proud or has any pride. I feel like he's just a confident player. He demanded for the 14th shirt because the number 10 is also free as well at Arsenal. He demanded for the 14th shirt. Yeah, it's free. Smith Rowe was number 10 and then he went to Fulham permanently and then number 10 has been free for a while. So the fact that he chose
who do you think this number 10 person?
Number 10 is if Eze actually
possibly.
If Eze actually goes through, the deal with Eze goes through. I think for me Eze should be number. It's a no-brainer. Who else in that team should be number 10?
Odegaard.
No, Odegaard is not number 10. Let's not. We both know that he's not number 10. He likes the takes play from deep. He kind of plays like a DM sometimes, but it's not. More like a central midfielder. But Eze is, and Arsenal actually going for Eze. They're going for Eze deal. Gyökeres, back to Gyökeres. I'm not done my celebration, I beg. So we saw him. They unveiled him against Newcastle and over in Singapore. So probably he's going to be playing or making an appearance against Tottenham. I cannot wait.
I feel it's going to be too early though.
It's going to be too early. But I think it's happening 31st of, so that's 2 or 3 days away. So there's still time to train. He's not going to start obviously. I think he's just going to come in for 20 minutes or less.
Just get a feel.
And then a guy that is trending at Arsenal, so he's not really transfer related, it's Max Tauman. Have you seen the guy?
Yeah,
everybody is like, is the man this thing? Is Messi? Everybody calm down, guys.
I feel it's an interesting one. I haven't watched him I would say.
You need to actually see the game yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't watched him that much, but there's been a whole lot of talk about him. Someone saying Messi is second to him, and I'm like,
no.
How?
This is why most people hate Arsenal fans. This is why they hate us because we actually do too much. We overdo things.
Although I feel there's an obsession with the English media of finding a rival to
Yamal.
So I feel there's going to be a whole lot of talk about this player is the English response to this and this. This is the English response to this. So personally, I haven't watched him, so I genuinely cannot say anything about
this
him.
Yeah.
So plus
I'll actually challenge you to go check the preseason game against Newcastle and against AC Milan.
Although why here? I think I saw a video, an account on Twitter, and he did a 17-minute video on him and all his touches and everything and analyzing. I feel for sure a player can be very
technical,
good. Yeah, but
player.
I feel there's sometimes pressure. He's still 15.
Everybody should calm down.
He's still 15, and I feel players shouldn't be trust into the limelight.
Yeah, look at João Felix now, almost done at 22 or 25.
So I feel players should, but if he's really that good, then we'll probably get to see more of him in Carabao Cup this season.
Yeah, I would like to see that slowly integrate him, and I know he's like so capable of that. We're still seeing Peter Waneri, slowly coming into the side. It's just not
Arsenal look like I feel the Arsenal Academy is low-key
producing a whole lot of talent.
Yeah, because you're seeing Smith Rowe, seeing Rich Nelson, although they haven't been the biggest of players, but I feel they are
good enough. Yeah, they're going to save you a whole lot of money in the transfer market.
Then see Waneri, Saka, Miles Lewis Kelly. These are players that look like they have.
This guy too that actually played for Ipswich Town as well.
Omari
Hutchinson as well. Evan of Manchester United.
Yeah. So
whether I like it or not, the chatting from
even Chido will be Martin.
Chido will be Martin as well. So to just look at all of those ones and just give credit to the A-Lens, handlers and whoever is in charge.
Yeah,
Saka as well. Let's talk about Manchester City. They're now like they've signed James Trafford from Burnley. And it's so funny how it was like a player, it was an academy player. And then they have to buy him back. So the deal is what
around 27 million or so.
Yeah.
Funny thing is that the Man City bought added a buyback of 40 million pounds. But for some odd reason, maybe Newcastle were also interested. But they also had a first chance of matching an offer of any club who came around. So even Newcastle's offer was 27 million.
Newcastle, I think they matched, according to David Olsen, they actually matched the offer.
So probably that.
But he picked, Manchester.
So probably that's what made the deal possible for him to go back to Manchester City. Well, like I said, you should remember the under 21 Euros that was won by the English side under Ligue in 2023. He was the goalkeeper there. He's known for saving a whole lot of penalties and stuff like that. So
James Trafford.
Yeah. So plus he broke the record of having the most matches in the Championship last season.
Championship.
I think for 6 games he kept over 40 plus clean sheets.
He kept 29 clean sheets, and then he saved most goals prevented 12.8.
So that's impressive. And
that's best save success rate as well.
Yeah. So he's a really good.
Yeah, Livramento to Manchester City as well. They're also like going for him, which is also very nice because I feel like that defense is still very shaky.
I think Newcastle have been torn apart gradually.
Like everyone is just like going there to just speak there. So it's just a matter of time for like Anthony Gordon also tender.
Probably.
If they lose Isaac, they lose Livramento. Yes, now. Yeah, and the
funny thing is Champions League.
Yes. So I don't know what is happening. And they're a big club. Like they have
the Saudi back.
Yeah, back into. So I don't know what is going on with that. But just like we mentioned earlier, Isaac now to Liverpool rather, and that will be they're looking for 172 million. So you look at the money that Liverpool are willing to spend on that, and that is a whole lot of money. And that means it's going to be a starter, obviously. You cannot spend that amount of money on them. So Ketika will be a backup. That means they have to get rid of Darwin Núñez. Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich is already a dog.
But I feel for the lack of a better word, I feel it's a stupid deal for Bayern Munich.
You said it. Yeah, you said it. I think actually there's a shot about it out there.
Very stupid, very stupid.
For a 28-year-old, that's funny.
Plus, he doesn't have any season that he has shown that he's going to just break.
So they're just going there to just like he's like indirectly funded the move for Isaac already. You just need to add a little bit more, and Isaac it's actually going to happen.
And I think Liverpool are trying to be strong-handed and say, "Oh, we're not going to sell it." Let's see, but Gakpo is still there. I feel Liverpool have an interesting lineup next to Gakpo, Ekitike, Isaac in brackets possible, Florian Wirtz. And I feel everyone is even forgetting.
It's not even possible. Isaac is there. He's booming. He said he wants Liverpool. Nobody that club is coming in.
No, personally, I feel Newcastle will hold on to him.
No, I feel like it's going to Newcastle. They are willing to break the bank. According to Fabrizio Romano this morning, they are ready to actually tender.
I feel Newcastle are still going to hold on to him till 1st of September. Probably give him a much bigger contract and tell him next year you're going to go.
No. Anything that happens, I'm actually not scared of Liverpool. I feel like it's going to be a very competitive season. Manchester City are back. They're just in Newcastle. Arsenal are also trying. And you look at Chelsea, Liverpool as well. So I don't think it's just. Of course, they're going to be favored because they're defending champions.
You look at Chelsea, and I look at Chelsea and I'm saying, is there any world beater in that squad?
Alma.
Roma is not certainly a world beater.
He is. He steps up in big moments. So for me, he's a world beater.
But the funny thing, I feel their performance in the Club World Cup has probably sold them dreams. I feel it was an overperformance to ask because we saw Joao Pedro last season for the right side. Half of his goals were penalties, and he scored 2 goals. Yeah, for sure.
He's playing with a better side now.
Yeah, I feel players' quality will always show.
And I feel the only thing that actually I'm actually worried about is probably his physicality and his fitness. He's always like getting minor injuries.
But that, so we now look at probably Rob Sanchez. Rob Sanchez had an overperformance in the Club World Cup when he asked because for someone who makes a whole lot of mistakes, and that final day he didn't make any mistakes. Chelsea side, I still believe they need to do 1 or 2 improvements. Personally, if you ask me.
Yeah, of course they need to do a whole lot more. The defense still needs a whole lot of reinforcement. I don't think they can rely on maybe Chaloba and Kowiu.
But funny how they're still selling their scrums. Joao Felix and
for a whole lot of money.
Yeah. So probably that gives them a chance to invest again into this.
And the buoyancy to go out and get
maybe Nkunku leaves it.
We'll talk about Chelsea a little later. We'll talk about Benjamin Sesko now. They've reduced the price from 100 million to now 70 million euros. I think they've gotten the reality check that
nobody was coming for their
to pay that money for a raw player that's actually not really done anything to actually show that.
I feel bad for United.
Yeah, but now Newcastle are actually interested.
Exactly, because that was sort of their prime attacking target out of the league. Probably say maybe by Watkins and.
Who was the planning for Manchester United? It was Gekers, then Sesko.
Exactly.
Then who else? They have a whole lot of.
Maybe Oli Watkins. Probably is now going to be the #1 target.
But now they're actually looking towards a certain this guy from Chelsea.
Oh, Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, Nicholas Jackson.
I feel it's going to be a wrong move.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they have the money because Chelsea are still going to build them.
Yeah, and the player also plays more of a winger, actually. And Kuha is there.
Alright, let's talk about Chelsea now. Let's talk about the fact that they actually made a 60 million bid for Juventus won that kid. What is happening with Chelsea and wingers? Like, I feel they have like 6 wingers already.
I feel they're not stacking up the wonder kid. And
they said that they will resell them later.
Yeah, resell them for much.
I don't think it's actually a good move for you. You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Bro,
there's no need to move.
There's no need to move. Juventus actually on the ascendancy as well. They're trying to
with their performance on the Club World Cup, they look like they finally have a manager who knows what he wants to do, the amount of players he has.
Yeah, so let's talk about Jared Alto and Javi Simons. Chelsea are also they look like they're going to close that deal before the end of the week.
Yeah, I think
Fabrizio Romano also confirms that. So that's looking good for if they can get Jared Alto, which is the defender, which I've been saying that
they are left back.
Yeah, so they just need to get Javi Simons, which is also very. They have a whole lot of they signed this guy from Palmeiras.
Yeah, Gittins. They have Estavio.
What?
Like I said, they're probably stacking up wonder kids.
It's actually going to be like a strong headache for the manager to choose from. That is why you have to have a standard 11 and then you have competition for them. Which one will have 6 options per position?
But I feel I don't know why I feel Estavio is probably going to be loaned out to Strasbourg. I don't know why I have that feeling though. Or
Strasbourg is like the shipping.
Yeah, and Chelsea's owners are trying to also make them competitive, so they probably want to also do that. Just to see if they can push for Champions League this season. Yeah. And now say, okay, you now eventually go to Strasbourg, then eventually you come back to Chelsea in the next 2, 3, 4 years. Then if you don't make it here again, we sell you. So I think there's a plan, but you cannot see the plan. Yeah, because you're not inside now. You're just observing, sideline, like the name of the channel. Let's talk about Morgan Gibbs White. We actually thought he was going to go to Spurs, and then all of a sudden, it turned around, the roundabout at turn. And he signed a new contract. Yeah. A long-term contract for him. Yeah. Of course, I'm very sure that the wages and everything is also very, it's going to be juicy. Very fat and juicy one. Let's move to of course, we talked about Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich already. Let's look at a new one that's actually shocking me, and that is Donnarumma wants to leave PSG to this summer, and the Italian goalkeeper has interest from Galatasaray, Saudi clubs,
Manchester United, Manchester City, and Chelsea. I don't know why Manchester City will
Yeah, there's no need for
Donnarumma because they just signed James Trafford, like a very a shining star or something.
Yeah.
So
one of the best on that is one.
Man United is not like they don't have any. They cannot even contest.
They don't have any pool to bring.
They don't have any. Donnarumma wants to play Champions League, at least Europa League. But
I don't think he wants to. He just won the Champions League. So
yeah, so why would he want to like degrade and just go down? Just
So I don't know where he ends up though. I genuinely don't know. Maybe a Chelsea. Because we started talking about them waiting for Mike Maignan from the AC Milan side. Probably they could also see a market option.
Yeah.
A market, and he's a good goalkeeper too. I feel, but I don't think they have the whole goalkeeper. They have Jorgensen, they have Penda. Although I think Penda is going to be sent out on loan, and Rob Sanchez, then you now probably add a certain. They don't have a Slovenia, or is it them or Arsenal who has the Slovenia guy that came from the USA? So they have four goalkeepers already.
I actually think they actually need like a Donnarumma in their life.
Yeah.
Martinez is
Sanchez
rather. Sanchez is not really. I don't know why I keep calling him Martinez or something. I don't know. He's not really like the standard guy. He actually had a good spell at the Club World Cup, but
he made about 5 errors losing to goals last season.
Yeah, you cannot like bank on somebody like that going into a season that's supposed to be
a Champions League season, his first Champions League season.
Competitive season, Premier League, Champions League, a whole lot of games to play.
Yeah.
Champions League games are even like a whole lot now. Now let's look at another one that is super funny, and that is Rodrigo to Real Madrid. Manchester City's Rodrigo to Real Madrid, and according to reports from Transfer News, they're saying that Real Madrid are ready to offer 40 million euros plus Rodrigo and Eduardo Camavinga for Rodrigo. Like, who does that?
I feel it's a short-sighted. Although I doubt he's probably going to happen.
What happened to Real Madrid? Like spending big money, the Galacticos. They're not spending money like that anymore. They're just there, just waiting for like players' contract to expire, and then just.
I just signed a new contract.
And I don't think they know that Manchester is not a selling club number one.
Yeah.
They are rich already. They are rich, like rich. Like
except the manager finds them disposable.
Yeah, unless the player wants to leave, which is where Pep will always say no player is above the club. Yeah. If he wants to leave, bye. But why would Rodri leave Manchester City? I think that is looking like they're also like trying to get back to
they're
glory
also building again.
So now Barcelona. Now let's talk about you. Talk about your darling club, and that is Barcelona. What did you call the guy? Araujo.
Oh no!
They're struggling to find a club that wants to buy Araujo. Despite lowering his asking prices, 50 million euros.
That's what I feel. He's
your captain, guys.
Yeah, he's one of the club captains. Although we have seen them sort of push out Ter Stegen in this particular summer, and even from the preceding game, Wangata is already wearing his number 1 jersey, which I feel is sort of disgusting if you ask me, because your club captain is injured and no one should be taking his number as you have for sure. Well, yeah, I feel Araujo has caused Barcelona Champions League finals. I feel Araujo has fallen off. I really don't know what has happened to him over the last few years. I don't know if the consistent injuries or this or that or that. I really can't pinpoint it. But I feel he has been very physical, and his physicality has sort of been weighing on the side of giving a whole lot of fouls, getting a whole lot of red cards. But I'm going to say I'm never going to possibly forgive him for that PSG red card, because Arsenal were wrong off. Yamal was floating against Nuno Mendes. He was taking him on, created a chance for Rafinha to score. There was no need for him to make. God, I genuinely can never forgive him, because you should say possibly maybe that was the only time that I probably got angry and maybe insulted the player at the end. But there was no reason for him to make that tackle in that particular game. But I feel he's one of the disposable centre backs in the personal side. Personally,
so if you get rid of him, who's your number 1 target to go to replace him?
I feel there should be no rush to sign a replacement, because Christensen is probably going to be there. Christensen is there. Eric Garcia can still fit in City. Kubasi and Martinez are probably going to be the first choice.
They get injured. Look at the amount of games they're going to play next season.
Yeah, but that's why there are 4 series. Christensen, Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, what's his name? Eric Garcia can also fit in there. But if there's going to be any signing per se, I'll probably go to Athletic Bilbao and try to steal Vivian. But I don't know how that is possible, because he signed a contract just like what's his name? Nico Williams.
No.
I almost call him Nico Yamal.
Nico Yamal.
To 2030. So it's going to be very hard to draw him off that one. Yeah, if anybody can do that, I feel the Barcelona side should be able to.
Alright, let's look at another story, and that is Tottenham. They have really interesting Bayern Munich defensive midfielder João Paulo. After he left, England to Bayern Munich, he's actually struggled for game health. I'm very sure he'll be looking forward to return to the Premier League as well. Tottenham must actually put this one up, because you look at the way they actually got robbed of Gibbs' wife, his wife rather, and you just look at, can they actually get this one done?
I don't know if they can.
I don't think Bayern Munich needs to hold on to him, because they're not really using him anyways.
Imagine Pavlovic pushing 18-year-old pushing up.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't know how it's going to work though. Although he's Thomas Frank midfield, he's not the best ball player, but we don't know how Thomas Frank is going to play. Maybe he's going to shift from his regular counter-attacking to controlling the ball, because in quotes, Spurs are now a bigger side than the Brentford side he managed. But I feel personally, I feel he's bring back a player he was the best player in the Premier League before he moved on. So for sure, yes, I feel it's not a bad deal, but I don't know how it's going to work. And Bayern Munich will not be selling him for the amount they bought him. So yes, it's going to be a relatively cheap deal.
I think it's like 29-30.
Yeah, it's going to be a relatively cheap deal. But I genuinely don't know why they're bringing him, because I feel Bergvall is coming into the side. You saw the season he had last season.
Maybe they just have that backup.
Yeah, but Bissouma, Pape Matar, Bentancur, they have. I feel they are set in centre.
Those ones are not good enough for. They did not finish 15th or 17th rather.
But with that squad. But you look at Palinha that hasn't been able to cut it at a bigger side. So why
he had injuries, and then he could not really get into the team,
so
because they didn't even give him enough playing time. So how are you supposed to prove yourself when you're not even given any opportunity?
If you look at the Champions League game last season against Barcelona, I was so happy that he started ahead of Pavlovic, because he is a player that I want to say he cannot cut it in fast-paced attacking side that wants you to move the ball very fast. He's meant for a side who wants to defend and block counters and all those type of things. So that's what I'm saying. The sports team does not look like they are meant for a side that means to sit back and now say, okay, come and meet us, they will not go out. So I don't know how it's going to work, right? But it's going to be a cheap deal for sports side.
Manchester United also, they have they've had a loan deal rejected for Emiliano Martinez. That's a very stupid approach. A loan bid for Martinez, the number one goalkeeper for Aston Villa for carrying out a World Cup winner. You just have to do better, Manchester United. And the fact that you don't even have a pool. For him, is he even interested in going to Manchester United in the first place? Well,
probably United being a bigger club and PSR wanting Aston Villa to
sell. Yeah. If they want to sell, I think Morgan Gibbs actually like a player that everybody in Premier League will kind of counsel.
Yeah,
everybody will go and just like that guy.
But I feel he's an asset. Maybe they look at Dibu and look at someone that we can sell, and he's on the other side of 30. So yes, sell him.
But they're looking to sell. The problem is Manchester United are like coming with a loan deal.
Yeah.
And of course they don't have the buoyancy because they don't have Europe.
Yes.
They don't have Premier League. Sorry, they don't have Champions League money or Europa League money to do anyhow. So they have to be careful. They already spend a lot of money on Mbeumo and Konya. So they have to be very careful. Now let's talk about this one is just João Felix to El Nassr. Well, why did they all go wrong for João Felix? Because it was supposed to be like a wonder kid, a star kid. Not the other wonder kid that never really just made it to the top at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel it shows that talent is not the most important thing. It shows that you need to also add hard work. Because we know there's been a lot of talk about Simeone, but you're seeing other attackers.
Discipline.
Who under Simeone. So I feel he just didn't work out. Although I felt he plays better behind me number 9. And I feel that position does not exist in modern day football again.
Yeah, anymore. There's no first 9. They only do it when the number 9 is injured.
Exactly.
That kind of position is so it's
someone has to be there.
Someone has to be there.
Because his best goal scoring season came when the final playing at number 9 and he played right behind him. No, he's a player that probably come at the wrong era. Possibly. That's one thing you could probably say. And he hasn't also put in enough work.
Came a little late.
Yeah. He hasn't also put in enough work to actually make his stamp on a particular side. He has been jumping from Barcelona to Chelsea again, to AC Milan. And answer.
All right. Let's talk about this is like a kind of a good news or a shocking news for Arsenal fans, and that's Gabriel Jesus. Apparently, he's attracting interest from a whole lot of clubs. He's wanted by Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur, AC Milan, and Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And for somebody that is injured, it's still in recovery though. Yeah. So that's actually very interesting, and I hope better actually put this on because, of course, there's no way back.
Serie A should
there's no way back.
Serie A should be
the target. Yeah, AC Milan or Inter Milan because that's no place in the Premier League. It's
going to be
physicality thing. Just let's not act like honestly, like he didn't actually push Arsenal to where they are right now. People are like forgetting because they have your crest. Because we have your crest now, we all think, oh, we can just brush. Gabriel is actually one of the players that actually pushed, like change the mentality of the team to actually.
He's a winner.
So he came himself and Zinchenko came into the side and he just changed the mentality of why compete for top when we can actually challenge for the title. But then you just could not stay fit after that World Cup injury to his knee. He just could not stay fit, and it's really sad. But I hope he actually has a nice time and recovers well enough wherever he goes. Yeah. And let's look at this one, and that is Chiesa. Chiesa wants to leave Liverpool, which is understandable because of course he didn't really get a lot of playing time and he's not getting any younger. He needs and I think he prefers to go to Serie A.
That's where he's probably going to go.
Yeah, that is actually where it all started. So he wants to go back to where it all started.
I still funny enough, I remember him playing for Fiorentina and then going to Juventus. Then Juventus making the loan permanent. But actually, I feel he's one of the players that shows that injuries do affect players.
Yeah, they just like dropped. The quality just dropped after that injury.
It just went bad. Injuries do affect players. That's why I find it hard that players rushed back from injury.
No matter how important they are, just
allow them go through it.
Because it takes a lot to recover
and be eased back.
Into the
not just
side.
Pushed on.
Yeah, Alexander Zinchenko has he specifically asked to leave Arsenal this summer, but he has been convinced by Mikel Arteta to stay behind. Well, some people like unpopular opinion.
Mentality.
Not really mentality. Be the fact that Calaferi can actually stay fit. He actually got injured yesterday playing against Newcastle United. So that shows that we can't really rely on him. Although you can say something that Zinchenko is always having issues with his calf. I think
he always has something.
Yeah, calf or groin or something.
He always has something.
But at least in case Calaferi just goes missing or something bad happens to him, we have to have like a backup of a backup.
Even Timber can even fix him there.
Yeah, Timber too, but Timber is just recovering from an ankle injury. He actually got surgery worked on ACL throughout last season. The guy was actually at work because somebody was just returning from ACL, just like said. Full season. Supposed to be Easton because that it's not like their fault actually because Ben White actually got in there and he had to like go for 6 months, and then when he came in it was still very leggy, and then now the second is just staying at the end of the day. But I'm not really super mad at this because of course it's not going to be a starter. But when we need somebody to fill in for the Carabao Cup, all those things like that, we need somebody to actually step in for us. Finally, Douglas Luiz wants to prioritize his move back to the Premier League. Well, apparently the journey to Serie A didn't work out for him, so he wants to like make his way back to the Premier League. Well, I hope it works out for him.
Funny how I love to see where English fans talk about this. Because if it was a Italian Serie A player from another league coming, they say, oh, he couldn't just cut it in the Premier League.
He failed.
But now someone in your so-called best league now went to another league.
It's not because of that. It's actually because Juventus, the relationship with Juventus is actually
bad. Was he able to cut it? Yes or no?
But he actually did well.
Was he able to cut it? Yes or no?
No.
So, exactly.
We will talk about this thing later. This Premier League and La Liga or Serie A rivalry that is going on here. We will talk about it later. That will be a series on its own. So that is the video. That's the end of the video for today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, please. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Subscribe to my channel.